In today's video, we're going to be having a conversation about my top 5 favorite Pokemon products that you need to be watching out for with the lead up to Black Friday. But before we jump into it, as always, we do weekly giveaways, and all you have to do to enter is leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. But before we jump into it, I have one exciting announcement. If you don't already know, if you haven't been listening in on the lives, but we are actually going to be opening up a couple of more slots for our wholesale program come November 1st. Yes, and they're going to be on discount. It's going to be an early Black Friday special. In order to take advantage of this opportunity, of course, you've got two different options. Either you're going to pay 12 months up front at a monthly rate of $85, or you're going to be paying for 12 months at a month-to-month rate of $95 with the option to pay off the remaining balance at an $85 rate if you so choose to, as you continue to find value out of the program. Now, what's extremely exciting about this opportunity is once the year has ended of you being within the program, you will officially continue to have that rate permanently month to month thereafter. You're not locked in after the 12 months. And I know for a lot of people that might sound like a scary commitment, but if you watched what happened when we had the price point at $75, it sold out in 30 seconds when we were trying to fill 25 spots. And this time around, it's going to be only a couple bucks more, and we're only going to have a few spots. So we anticipate it to fill up extremely fast. So make sure you take advantage of that. I'll be making announcements about that within the Discord. But jumping into it finally, ladies and gentlemen, now this video is going to be a little bit different from the traditional top 5 pickups. And the reason being is that some of them I don't have a problem with you picking up now, and some of them I want you guys to be waiting to pick up over the next couple weeks, and arguably some of them you could even wait to pick up until Black Friday itself. So starting off though with number 1, the one item that I think people should really be interested in picking up is Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Boxes. Now, if you look at the price point on TCG Player or Round Market, you're paying about $60 to $50 a box. However, if you don't already know, there has been 100% confirmed reports. I myself, with my program, have confirmed allocations for a Crown Zenith reprint. My anticipation is that prices are going to, of course, tank since we're going to be getting a large supply of these ETBs. So I think it'll be an extremely good opportunity to pick these items up long term. Crown Zenith is arguably one of the best sets in the Sword and Shield era. You can debate whether you think it's better than Evolving Skies or not, but you want to have some sort of item within this set to invest in. I think getting an Elite Trainer box at a discounted rate as we're getting this reprint will be a really good opportunity. So please make sure to wait for this. When it does indeed happen, you're going to want to jump in. I expect a good price point to be around the low 40s. If you can get it cheaper, congratulations, that's exciting. But I wouldn't fault you if you wanted to get in at around the $41, $42 price point. Moving on to number 2, this one might be a little bit of an interesting pick, but I'm choosing the Charizard Ultra Premium collection. Yes, this is an item that for the longest time, it was sitting at the price point of around $75, $80 after it was all the way up at around $200 to $300. It got a massive reprint, prices tanked. It didn't have anything to do with the demand per se as to why the value went down. There was just so much that was being put onto the market, and for that reason, you just saw the price tank. And it's been going sideways for the past 6 to 7 months now, and finally we've seen some price action where on TCG Player it was sitting for a while at around $90 to $95, and if you look at it right now, it's sitting for around $110 plus. And so I am a firm believer that this is an item that's going to perform extremely well long term. It has a lot of things to love about it. Sword and Shield era packs, including Evolving Skies. Charizard is the main theme, and I know a lot of people hate Charizard or get sick of Charizard, but it is one that is going to sell in the long term. And so it's an item I think is a really good opportunity to pick up on. Obviously, if you can still find it elsewhere outside of TCG Player for around the $95 to $100 price point, I'm not going to fault you for that, or maybe waiting until Black Friday to see if prices get cheaper. But ultimately, MSRP for this item is at $120, and right now you can still go buy it for sub MSRP. And in the long run, if this item does go back to its all-time highs of $250, $300, you're not going to really think about it, oh, did I get in $10 cheaper or not? Moving on to the next item, and this is also going to be one that's it's going to have a wait and see approach. We'll see how this ends up working out. But the Ultra Premium collection, but this time it is the Mew from 151. Yes, this one has been confirmed as well. We're going to be getting a second wave for it. I don't know what numbers are going to look like and how this is going to proceed with each distributor. It's going to be completely different, but we've already seen the price point of this item continue to go down. I think if I'm correct, it's around 105, give or take, on TCG Player. It would not surprise me if we saw this item go sub $100 over the next month, especially if we do see a massive reprint for this. Once again, waiting or leading up to Black Friday, you could see some real volatility with this specific item. I think that the promos for this specific product are extremely cool with the Mew and the Mewtwo design. 151 has shown itself to be an amazing set with amazing art designs that a lot of people are really going to like in the long term. And so being able to take advantage and pick up an item like this, which is going to be extremely collectible, extremely displayable, and could find a ton of value as a long-term investment, I really like it as a potential pickup. I would wait until we, like I said, see what the price point is really going to drop to, because it would not surprise me if we see it follow a similar pattern with Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, where it got printed in the ground and the price has dropped all the way down into the 70s. Now, the last two items that I want you guys to pick up, they're pretty similar to one another. I've talked about it a lot, and I'm not going to stop talking about it because I absolutely love these two booster boxes. So we'll just talk about them both. It's Lost Origin booster box and Silver Tempest booster box. These both got a reprint back in August of this year, and since then you've seen the price recover from the lows. We had the price point of the Lost Origin box sitting for, on some sites, as low as 110, whereas Silver Tempest, it was sitting for as low as 1.5. You obviously had the opportunity to pick it up for a lot cheaper if you were in the wholesale program, so once again, highly recommend you guys check it out. On November 1st, we'll be adding some extra spots, but it's something where you're going to be looking at these boxes and saying to yourself, potentially this could be the last time that we see dirt cheap Sword and Shield era booster boxes. And for a set such as Lost Origin, where we saw it at its high points on TCG Player selling for upwards of 170, I think at one point I saw it selling for 190, and Silver Tempest in around the 150s until the reprint, you're going to look back at these items and be saying to yourself, wow, who would have known that these would have been such an amazing opportunity to pick up on? Seeing the potential for them to break well above $200 is what my honest to God prediction is, depending upon how the economy looks over the next year or two. I think that these are sleeper products that, even though right now they're not at their all-time lows that we saw within the past 3 months, they are still at really nice price points. I've seen some websites selling the Silver Tempest boxes for around 115 and Lost Origin for around 120, 125. I'm not going to fault you for picking up at those prices. I still think they're good price points at those prices, but I'm still going to be waiting patiently to see what's going to happen with Black Friday. It would not surprise me if we saw a lot of bundle deals where people were trying to get rid of their Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes and trying to do some form of a bundle deal with these booster boxes, since the demand is so much higher for them both, and arguably some of the best sets that we've seen as well within the Sword and Shield era. I mean, what is there not to love with the Giratina, with the Pikachu, with the Snorlax, and so many other amazing cards in Lost Origin and Silver Tempest? It might not be as good as Lost Origin, but it does have an amazing Lugia. It does have a really cool Rayquaza art in the subset, so you got to be picking up both of these items. There are ones to be enamored by. But as far as it goes, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today's video. I want to thank you once again so much for watching. Until then, I will see you all on Tuesdays Live. Peace.